Some other things I'm going to do to grow the podcast a little more. Like I said, 2020 will be season 2 of Virgo Viewpoint. Season 1 was all 2019 stuff. Um, I may do a special Christmas edition. You feel me? But I'm thinking I probably will. Like, cause I like doing the podcast. It's just I have a lot to do right now. And when stupid stuff like the stuff that happened last night, and then the stuff that happened a few hours ago at my gym, when stupid stuff happens like that, it just steals from me energetically and like robs me of like energy and time and all this other stuff. And I'm sick of people, and I'm sick of like BS like that. And people are about to start getting some subpoenas from me in a real way. Like I'm sick of it. But at the same time, I don't want to put any energy toward that. I got so much other shit that I'd rather do. Like, honestly, like I have way more shit that I'd rather do, rather focus on. And I'm one person, and, it is what it is. But that type of shit, like, I don't, like, people can miss me with all that. I'm not interested in people's social media games and what they think will be funny and all this other shit. And the fact that those 2 officers specifically, that's why I took their picture. Because I saw them in the SUV when I got off I was on the Santa Monica bus when I left Santa Monica to come here. It's a bus that's a straight shot from where I was to here. And because I've noticed them watching me, I've been followed. In fact, the lady who also was at the gym with me, that she's now sitting next to me, she's just wearing different clothes, but I'm very good with faces. She's sitting right next to me. So, I was followed to Santa Monica. And I've taken that bus so many times, especially doing this podcast. In fact, if you go and listen to my podcast and you listen to what I created on November 16th, that's the length of time that I've been taking that specific bus and specific bus line since that. And I was getting followed, by, different, police officers, whatever. I was getting threatened in my text messages. All we need is one phone call. All we need is one phone call. That type of stuff. So the 2 officers that show up in that picture that I took over at my gym, they were in the SUV when I got off that Santa Monica bus. And I watched them. They were like driving, and then they stopped for no reason to pull over. And I'm walking. I have my stuff. And I noticed that they were like looking at the Denny's that was across the street, which for whatever reason was closed. And it's a 24-hour location. I don't really know why, but I had just came from Burger King. And I just finished the other burger just now. Like, I had food. I was more focused on the sauna and, just watching my television, my CNN and stuff. That's how I get my news in and stuff, like sitting on the bike watching and doing whatever, right? So I peeped how they was looking at the Denny's across the street, and that's what made me notice them. And they were looking at the Denny's, and I looked at them, and I'm standing at them, and specifically those 2 guys, because I made eye contact and I made a face at them, like, just like that. That was the exchange we had before I even went to the gym. And so I'm looking at them, and there's a CVS like right next door or whatever. And I went to the CVS, and I was like looking over my shoulder. I'm like, they still there? Like, can I help you? That was my gesture. Like, so for them to be the exact 2 officers that showed up, it's like nobody called y'all. Y'all, probably one of y'all texted me and sent me that. And I'll post the text message. In fact, I'll put it in my stories. Because I was like, this was so premeditated, it was ridiculous. From the moment I walked in, I keyed in my number, which I'm probably going to end up changing my entry number for the gym. But I keyed in my number, and it was still doing that C receptionist thing. And I'm like, how long is it going to take y'all to fix that? And he was like, I don't know. Did you make a payment? And I was like, excuse me? He was like, did you make a payment? I was like, yeah. I was like, in fact, y'all have got like $54 from me. Like, in the past like 2 weeks. He was like, well, do you have a receipt? And I was like, yeah, I do, actually. Now, here's the deal. Nobody has talked to me like that in any of the other locations, number one. Number two, this was the same location where I had a situation with the same overweight employee who, I don't know his name. I kept trying to get his name. He don't want to tell me his name because he's a punk. But he walked in the female's bathroom him and the female janitor was doing some stuff. And I peeped how, they have this cleaning schedule at that specific location that between the hours of 12 and 3, they shut down the women's locker room and they get the cleaning going on. Now, the cleaning doesn't necessarily last from 12 to 3. It's just, they give you a heads up that it takes place between those hours. It wasn't 12 when I got there at all, not even close. And I went there, and I went there first. I didn't work out for like the first. I didn't get into anything when I first got there because I was spending time looking up their corporate information and like typing up my complaint. And I sent all that stuff to them by roughly midnight. I sent my whole complaint to their corporate office by midnight. Because I didn't like the way it went down and I didn't like what happened. But yeah, I gave him both my receipts and I was like, are you going to update the computer? He's like, why? And then he started acting powerless, like he wasn't empowered to make decisions. Mind you guys, I'm a former store manager, so I'm completely unimpressed. And I'm like, is this a training issue that y'all having a problem with? Or, y'all can't stay y'all nosy asses off my social media and you're accepting some money under the table to treat me like this. Because I'm well aware of who I am and where I stand with this Weinstein shit and all this other stuff. I know who the fuck I am. Like, people could sit up here and try to use the 50 Cent shit as a scapegoat, but the shit was way deeper than that before that. And that's what episode 63 is going to be about on my podcast. We're going to go back a couple years and start from 2014. But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm showing him both the receipts and I'm like, so you can't just put it in there or just update it? Well, I mean, there's nothing I could do. I'm like, sure. All right. Well, I'm sure I can get some results. I'm sure I can figure it out. And he's like, I mean, you could talk. I'm going to just figure it out. I'm going to let corporate know and let them know that they need to change this because this keeps being an issue. And it only became an issue like within the past few days, but it don't even make sense, especially since y'all received everything yesterday. Like, even before that, here's the weird thing. It only became an issue in the past few days. When that first payment was due, it wasn't an issue at all, when it was first due. At all. I had no problems. And I walked in and paid them in cash, and we was Gucci, everything was fine. But because I paid them in cash, they kept trying to act like, oh, we don't have no record of it. Because my other payments previously were swiped on my card. I was like, well, I got the receipts. Okay, so Bone Diesel. Bye. 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 I ain't even gonna argue. Y'all just getting blocked off GP. It's literally like 7 and 6 in the morning, dude. Like, cool. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. What up? Hey, Corinne. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to block them. That shit's ridiculous. But anywho, yeah, so I sent that complaint out. I emailed it to them. And then I posted it on Facebook. I didn't post to Facebook and all that shit first. I emailed the company first. Because like I said, I've had a relationship with them off and on since like 2010. And I've never had an issue, never had a problem. And I have officially been a member of theirs for 2 months now, and I ain't had no issue at all. And it was only like within recent, and it's all related to my social media. And it's like, first of all, what y'all doing on my social media? Like, and if we want to play these games, come on. I'm good. I can play nice, nasty too. Let's do it. Like, I'm at a place right now where I'm not really taking no prisoners and nobody shit. So that's what they want to be on. It's cool. We can go there. I will happily go there. And because I'm back to, where I am and where I left off in a lot of things, I ain't got no problem getting the right people in place to take care of that. I don't have no problem at all. So they did it. They tried it. And then when I saw those two officers specifically, I was like, oh, yeah. Because if he would have called, they would have sent a female officer to the scene. Like, we have a woman out it. You're always supposed to send a female. The fact that they were there, I know there was no call. Especially since I've seen them before. And I'm not even joking. My exchange with them before I even went to the gym. And people know it's my gym because I go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there earlier. I was there this morning. And from this morning I went downtown. I ran my errands. I went to SAG after that. And then I went to Santa Monica, which, is my business. It's my right. And then I went back to my gym. Like, so. But had they not been watching me and following me and trailing me and all that other stuff, it wouldn't have made no difference. They were in that SUV and they smooth pulled up to the second that my bus like pulled up. Kind of like they was timing it or looking at the bus schedule and shit. And like, because I wanted to get some throat lozenges, and I wanted to get some razors, and I'm out of something else. I'm like restocking stuff I need. And I was like, all right, let me go to CVS and then I'll do some cash back. I had my little list and stuff running in my head. And I'm walking and I see them in the SUV and I peep how they looking at the Denny's. And I'm looking like, I mean, I know that I've been there and I'm like, but like, I don't want no, like, so, and then instantly I'm like, so clearly y'all are, some cops that, be all on my social media because somebody paid you to. Clearly, it's obvious. And I'm staring at them and they staring at me and I look at them and I'm like, what? What you want? Like, can I help you? Which is another reason why I know they be on bullshit fronting with, oh, you're a criminal. They would have just walked up on me. But they can't. All that shit is bullshit. It's just, those were all scare tactics the entire time. Because wasn't shit legal about what El Segundo police did to me. Even the way they apprehended my stuff and tried to keep it in the SUV and cracked my phone, there was nothing legal about that. You apprehend somebody, their property is supposed to go with them. It was in, I forget his name now, but the officer with the glasses, the white officer with the glasses, that was